Hello. Maybe you are already ready to do the Pilates class with me. It's still 3 minutes and then it's 4 o'clock, so then we start. So if you are new with Pilates, make sure you have like something soft under your spine, like a yoga mat or a blanket or something. Not do this on a hard floor, cold floor. So make it sure that it's nice and comfortable. In Pilates, we don't need any props. We do floor work, working with the core. So, yeah, and nothing neat. Make sure you have comfortable clothes on, flexible clothes. Maybe you have to go to the toilet before we start. And for the people who are new, very, very important is never overdo it. Listen to your body. If something is not feeling okay, then skip things. You don't need to do everything. And maybe the exercise is okay, but then the repetition is too much. So then also, just rest a little bit. You are doing this for yourself. Maybe a little bit for me. Otherwise, I don't have anything to do. So let's almost start. 2 more minutes. We have to go. And then we can see if everything is working. Good. So let's start already to lie down on your mat. So come and lie down. And we start with the base. And the base is the breath. So make sure your spine is okay. Not too much cushions under the head, maybe a folded blanket. Hands just on your belly. And then you just rest. You just relax. And relax the whole body. Relax your breath. And then we can start. So it's now at 4 o'clock. So what is important in Pilates is the awareness in what you're doing with breath and movement, and that you're controlling the breath and controlling the movement from the center. So first the breath. When it's good, then the movement is in the belly. Maybe you experience more into the flank or high chest. So high chest we never want to do in Pilates. When we start to do more active movements, then we start to breathe into the flank area. So it's lower belly, flank area. Breathing into the nose and breathing also out to the nose. Only when the exercises are getting really tough, then you breathe out through your mouth. In the beginning, maybe with repetitions, it's maybe nicer to breathe out of your mouth, but always into your nose. So really relax, feel your breathing movement. And then bring your awareness to the center of your body, the pelvis area. So when you put your hands more to your side, you feel these bones, little bits pointed bone on the front, and then it's rolling all the way backwards. So put your hands there, and then on inhalation, let these bones tilt more forwards, and then on the exhalation, let it glide backwards. So inhale, hollowing, have space for arm go through, and exhale, press the lower spine into the mat. Nothing can go through. So inhale, hollowing, and exhale, So do that a couple of times. Really nice warming up for your lower spine. But what's more important is that you get aware of the muscles. So on the inhalation, your abdominals are relaxing, and on the exhalation, your spinal muscles are relaxing. So inhale, spinal muscles are contracting, and then on the exhalation, your abdominals are contracting. And so feel that movement, feel how the muscles are doing that. And so really feel and bring balance in these muscles around your pelvis. The abdominals and your buttock muscles are the lazy one, they work together. And your spinal muscles and your hip flexors are the hyper one. But most of the times they are weak too, but they are all the time having a contraction. They are more strong or hard and blocks the blood circulation, stuff like that. So then we get pain, we get stiffness, stickiness in the fascia, and then the back is really painful. And so make it loose to move. And then what's very important in Pilates is that we move from a fixed point center. So we need to fix this area. So contracting your abdominals, and then bring your legs one by one closer to you. Bend your knees, place your feet down, and then bring your knees closer. It's like a kind of tabletop you make with your legs. Now pressing the lower spine into the mat, and then holding that. So lower spine, pelvis is a fixed point. Then on inhalation, just lower the right. Point your toe, and then bring it back. And then inhale the left, and exhale. Do that a couple of times. So inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. When you do more Pilates, and this is easy for you, you can do it with the legs straight. But what it's about is that your lower spine, pelvis is a fixed point. It's not moving, only the leg is moving. Inhale, lower down, exhale, move it back. And this is really basic stuff, controlling the center here, like a fixed point. And then also what we almost forget is controlling your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you need to rest, you take rest. But maybe this goes very well, and we stay a little bit longer here. Good. And let's do one more. And then one more with the left. And then ending with the legs up. Now, legs are staying the same, and then you make a little circle. The last Pilates class we did circles with one leg, so now with both legs. So when you're circling, it's important that the center is again the fixed point. That you're breathing through. Inhale, you move away from the center, and exhale, you move closer to the center. So make a circle, and also what's important is that you are aware of what you're doing. So when you move too quickly, most of the times you are not aware of what you're doing. And also then you move more out momentum and the elasticity from your fascia and muscles. So it's more better to move slowly. So you have everything under control. The muscles have to work harder. And you master, you control everything. And so doing the circles the other way around. Stay breathing through. Most of the times we can combine it. So inhale, you move away from the center, and exhale, you move closer to the center. And sometimes it's just breathing through, not too quick. And also that the inhalation is equal on the exhalation, or the exhalation is slightly a little bit longer. Never long in and short out. Good. One more circle. Good. So now open your legs and now make circles with both legs together, but then like mirroring. So mirroring circles. Always take a rest if you need to have a rest. When you start to feel the muscles in your hip flexors, then work harder with your abdominals. Most of the times that's a sign of weakness or laziness. Now making the circles the other way around, but also when you have long legs, it's of course more difficult. So you can always bend your knees to make it easier. And let's do one more circle. And then bend your knees. Place one by one your feet down. Stretch your legs. Stretch the arms overhead. Make yourself really long. Deep yawn. Maybe stretching the left side, the right side. All the way. Good. Now, drawing the navel again in. Press the lower spine into the mat. Bring one by one your knees over to your chest. Good. So now what you do, you inhale, and on the exhalation you draw the navel in, and you're lifting up your arms, you're reaching forwards, and you stretch your legs like you're reaching to the ceiling. And then you come back, you bring the arms all the way backwards, and you bring them back to the knees. Head is down, shoulders down. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, navel in, reaching up, stretch your arms and legs, reaching to the ceiling. And then move your arms backwards. You bend your knees. The arms going sideways. The head is going down. And catch your knees again. Just a couple of times. We speed it a little bit up. So exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale one more time, and exhale, and inhale. Make a couple of relaxing circles with the legs, holding head with your hands and knees. Make also the circles the other way around. And then back in the center. So now we do the same, but a little bit more tougher. If that's too tough, you do the same, stretching legs up and arms up to the ceiling. Otherwise, you stretch, you're lifting up your head. Now you stretch your arms a little bit away, so it's like a double stretch. And then bring the arms sideways back, bend your knees, and put your head down. Good. So stretch your arms, your legs, like a double stretch, and then exhale, bring it back. Let's do that a couple of times. So inhale and stretch. Stay pressing the lower spine into the mat. And exhale, bring your head back. Inhale and stretch. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, stretch. Stay controlling the center. And exhale, bring it back. Let's do two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Put your hands on your knees again and make relaxing circles. And turn the head to left and right. That's also nice to do because your throat muscles can be a little bit painful or have weakness in it. And most of the times that's also because you probably do less with your abdominals. Then they have to work harder. So how stronger and how more controlled your abdominals are, how less your throat muscle have to work and your hip muscles. Good. So then come back in the center again. Now we do again a double stretch, but then we add a turning to the side. So now exhale, you draw the navel in, you lift, you stretch, and you turn to your right side. See if you can balance there. And then exhale, you rotate back, you bend your knees, and then you bring your hands again to the knees. Now you stay with the head up, you stretch, you roll to the left. See if you can balance there. And then exhale, you roll back. Again, we do that a couple of times. So inhale and stretch. something what you did first in your life, from lying down on your spine, rolling to your side, to your belly, or from your belly, rolling back to your spine. Exhale. Inhale and stretch. Balance. And exhale, coming back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, coming back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, coming back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, coming back. Now inhale and stretch. Now stay to the right. So sometimes you have to make sure you are on your yoga mat and that you're in a beautiful line. And then using your left hand maybe for support on front. And if you like, you can have your hand under your head to maybe look better to the computer or iPhone. So you lie down, and now we kick up the leg. So you bring the leg up, that's the left one, and then you bring it down. Let's do that a couple of times. So inhale, and it's about 45 degrees, and then exhale. Sometimes it's nice to point your toes when you go up, and then flex your toes when you come back. So maybe you feel like to kick all the way up, but we do first this one to feel. Later on, we go a little bit further because then we have to rotate in the hip. And that's a challenge for the fixed point center, fixed point pelvis. Let's do that now. So you go all the way up, and then you feel like, okay, now I cannot further, but if I turn a little bit, then I can bring my leg all the way up. And then you feel maybe that you are falling backwards. So try not to do that. Try to stay as quiet as possible. Flex your foot again, and then coming back. So the point where you have to move in your hip, then you have to work with your abdominals to fix the center, to fix your point of the center. Good. So exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Let's do one more. Good. And then come back. Now make a kind of bicycle circle. So you bend, you kick forward, you stretch, and then you move it away. Like bicycle. Good. So now also again, make sure you try to stay very, very quiet and still in the pelvis. So work with your abdominals. And you can always take a break. And now bicycle backwards. So kick forwards, bend, and bring it backwards. Then forwards, bend, and bring it backwards. Forwards, bend, and backwards. You feel your hip muscles? They have to work too. But don't let your belly be lazy. Work with your abdominals. And then the last one, you stay with the leg up and then make a little circle here. A little circle with the leg. Stay working from the center. Circling the other way around. And then as last, pointing your toe, kick the mat or the floor on the front, lifting, and then to the back. Front, to the back, to the 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 front, to the back. One more time. And then put your legs together. And stretch your arms again, balancing all the way. Inhale, and then on exhalation, you roll back, you press the lower spine into the mat, you make yourself like a little ball. So we do that a couple of times again dynamically. So you stretch, you roll all the way over to your left, and then you bend, you roll back, exhale. Inhale, roll to the right, And exhale. Inhale, stretch, roll over to the left. Exhale, back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, back. Inhale and stretch. Now exhale, bend. Now stay here. Now crossing your legs, catching your toes, and then start to rock forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. And go a little bit to the left down and to the right up. To the left down, to the right up. To the left down, to the right up. And then we are on the other side of the mat. And then you come back in the center. You stretch your legs, you roll over to your left. And then we do everything to the other side. So I hope now everybody is facing again the computer to join this. So first kick up the leg and then going down. So your right hand is maybe forward to support, flex your feet going down. Point your toe, inhale up and flex, exhale down. Point your toe up and flex, exhale down. Good, let's do one more time. And now going all the way up. So you point, you go all the way up. You feel that moment that you have to turn the hip. Don't go to the back, controlling the center. And then exhale, bring the leg back. And do this very slowly, that you feel what you're doing. So inhale. And exhale. Actually, it's the other way around, because we're moving to the center. So it's exhale. And then flex, inhale. But if you like to do the other way around, that's also fine. And stay breathing through. All the way up, flex, and bring it back. And where it's about it, you can controlling the center, moving to less, and actually try to not moving at all with your pelvis. Only the movement is in your hip joint. Let's do one more. And then we do the bicycle. So you kick the leg forwards and then you swing it backwards. Bend, kick it forwards and then bend and backwards. And try to be as quiet as possible. Navel in. Stay breathing. Try to breathe into your nose and also out to your nose. If you do yoga, then you know maybe the Ujjayi breath. You can use the Ujjayi breath here. And that's you're breathing a little bit stronger. Now the other way around, so kick the leg forwards, then bend, and bring it backwards. Bring it forwards, and bend, bring it backwards. Good. And then, last one. You're ending with the leg. Just straighten there, make little circles. Little circles while the center, the pelvis is still. Drawing the navel in. Pubic bone to navel. Keep tailbone under. Making the circles the other way around. Good. And then bring the toe forwards and up and then toe backwards. Forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. Stay breathing. Stay with the navel in. Controlling the center. And the last one. And then coming back. And stretch yourself all the way out again in. And exhale, you bend and you roll back to the center. Inhale and stretch, roll over to your right. And exhale, bend, come back. Inhale and stretch. Oops. And exhale, come back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, come back. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, come back. One more time. And then back in the center. There, crossing your legs again. Lift your head catch. And now rock over to your left. And then to the right up. To the left, to the right up. To the left, to the right up. To the left and right up. And then back to the center again. And the sun is shining so much. It's nice, but I think I put my mat a little bit more here. Then you see me also better, I think. Good. Okay, so lying down now again, this kind of basic exercise. So put your feet down on hip distance, knees are straight up, arms are by your side. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhalation, you pull the navel in, you lift all the way up. You inhale, and then exhale, you roll one by one vertebra down. And when you're down, you inhale again, and exhale, put your tailbone under and rolling up one by one vertebra. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale when you're down. Exhale, navel in and all the way up, one by one vertebra. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale when you're up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale all the way up and now stay up. Stay up. Now on the inhalation, bring your arms all the way backwards. And on the exhalation, bring the arms forwards again. So inhale, bring the arms all the way over backwards. And exhale, bring it back. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now when the arm's going up, inhale, you roll slowly down. So you're ending with the spine all the way straight on the mat. And then exhale, draw the navel in and press your arms back and the hips going up. So inhale, bring the arms overhead, one by one vertebra, you go down. And then exhale, bring the arms back, bring the hips up. Inhale, arms going backwards, one by one vertebra, down, inhale. And then exhale, all the way up, bring your arms back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Now stay a little bit up. So now come a little bit more up and a little bit more down. So up and down. Up and down. Let's work a little bit more into the buttocks. Going up and down. Put your tailbone under and stay breathing. And try to squeeze your butt muscles here. Going up and a little bit down. Up, a little bit down. Up, a little bit down. One more time. Up. And now all the way down. One by one vertebra. And then bringing your knees again to your chest. Bring your arms now to shoulder height. Now, bringing the legs over to your right. Inhale. And then on the exhalation, press the navel in and coming back. Inhale, going to the left. And exhale, press back. Inhale, going to the right. Exhale, back. Inhale, over to the left. Exhale, back. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And then coming back in the center. Good. Now, inhale, and on the exhalation, draw the navel in. You reach with the arms all the way up. Good. And now reaching all the way forwards. And now reaching with the arms to your side. And then up, forwards, to your side. Up, forwards, to your side. Now up, stretch your legs. When they go forwards to your side, the legs going to your side. And then back again. Up to the side and back. Up to the side and back. And probably you feel like this is very challenging. This is very difficult. Like you notice that I was not saying much. I had to work too. So draw the navel in and staying moving your arms. One more time. And then last one. You're coming back in the center. Inhale. And then exhale. Stretch your legs again up. Forwards to your side. Up. Forwards to your side. One more time. Up. Forwards to your side. This time up. Forwards and the arms going forwards while the legs going to the side, and now the arm is to your side. Really balance here. Then backwards and then again forwards to your side, backwards, forwards to your side, or it's like up, forwards to your side, up, forwards to your side, up, forwards to your side. One more time, up, forwards to your side, and coming back, put your head down. Now stretch your legs one more time. Now you're opening the legs, then flex your feet, and then you close the legs. So point your toes, inhale, open, and then flex, exhale, close. Point, inhale, open, and flex, exhale, close. Point, inhale, open, flex, bring your tailbone under. Inhale, open, and flex, exhale, close. Point, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale and flex. And exhale. Now stay there. Bring your arms overhead. Inhale. And on the exhalation, draw the navel in. You're reaching forward. You lift up your head and shoulders. And then you lower your legs. And then you rock up to sitting. Now, bending your knees and get your hands on the outside of the knees. Then draw the navel in. Bring your chin to your chest and rock a couple of times. So roll your boat forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. Let's do a couple of times more. And then back to sitting. Good. So maybe you have it warm. So then bringing your hands to the back, with the fingers to the front, feet on hip distance. Now lifting up your hips like a tabletop and bringing your head backwards and then looking forwards and coming down. We do that a couple of times. So stretch your elbows, lifting up, bring your head backwards. If that's not possible, you stay just looking forwards, bend your knees, elbows, and then lifting up, bring the head backwards, looking forwards and down. Lift and up and then forwards and down. Let's do one more time. Up and then neck and then down. Now when you're down, you bring your knees to your forehead. Exhale. Then inhale and stretch your legs. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now with the side, so you kick your legs to your side. Stay strong with your elbows, bring them in. And then exhale, bring the knees in. Now to the left, kick your legs to the left. And then back to the center. Inhale to the right. Exhale back in the center. Inhale to the left. Exhale back in the center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time to the right and back. One more time to the left and back. Now place your feet down and inhale, lift again. Bring the head backwards. And then exhale, looking forwards, bend your elbows. A couple of times again. So inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale, just coming normal down. Cross your legs. Bring your weight forwards or bring your legs to the side and then coming to all fours. So all fours, hands under your shoulders. Turn your elbows in. Roll your shoulders to the mid-spine. Bring your knees under your hips and feet in line with your knees. Then a couple of times, cat and cow. So inhale, you're looking up, you're hollowing, and then exhale, you're rounding. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now come in a straight line with your spine. So the navel is in. So now the spinal muscles have to work together. So on the back they are active, navel in on the front, and the abdominals are lazy, so you have to be alert there. And then very important is to squeeze your shoulder blades to the mid-spine so you create a compact center. Now stretching your right leg backwards. See if you can hold that. Stay with the navel in. Stay squeezing your shoulder blades to the mid-spine. And then see if you can go with your left arm forwards. Good. So now see if you can move your arm and leg from the center. So lift a little bit up and then down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, one more time, inhale and exhale. And bring your hand and knee down. Okay. Now, again, cat and cow a couple of times. Inhale, hollowing. Release the abdominals and then squeeze down. Pull the navel in. Inhale, belly is soft. Spinal muscles are working. And exhale, navel in. One more time. Inhale. Spine is working, and exhale, abdominals are working. And then inhale, come back in the center. So they work together again. And don't forget to squeeze your shoulder blades to the center, compact center, navel in. And now stretching your left leg. See if you can stay there. And then stretching your right arm forward. Stay balancing. Now from the fixed point center, compact center, you lift up your leg and arm and then a little down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Up. Bring your hand down, knee down, and just bring the weight backwards for a moment. A little rest here. And then inhale, coming again up. So now, let's lie down on the belly. So coming forward, so bring the legs backwards and then lying down on your belly. Legs on hip distance. Now, very important, pull the navel in and press the pubic bone into the mat. And then bring your hands on top and the forehead on your hands. Then again, compact center. So shoulder blades to the mid-spine, navel in. Then inhale, bring the head up with the arms. And then exhale, going down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you start to feel the lower spine, work more with your abdominal, support the lower spine. Good. And one more. And then rest. Couple of breaths. So now again, fixed point center, navel in, pubic bone into the mat, shoulder blades to the center. Inhale, coming like 10 centimeters off the mat. Inhale. Now exhale, going with your arms, with your chest over to the right, but don't lose that fixed center. Don't lose your pelvic bones, pubic bone into the mat. And then inhale, come back. And then exhale, moving over to the left. Inhale, come back. Exhale, move to the right. Inhale back. Exhale, move over to the left. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time to the left. And then back. Just a little break. So I like to have in the break a little bit of back bending, like the big cobra or the seal posture. You can also go on your elbows and just rest there, or just resting with your hands on top and forehead resting there. Then when you are up like me, you go also down. So let's do one more in this sequence. So you go up, now you go to the right, you go more up, then you go to the left, and you go down, not all the way, and then back to the right. So up, then going to the left, going a little bit down, then going to the right. It's like a square position, square form you're doing. Going to the right and up. To the left and down, to the right and up, to the left and down. So continue here, but remember the fixed point of the center, navel in, and the abdominals are helping and supporting the lower spine. Good. One more time. And then let's do a little rest here before we do the other side. Little rest, focus on the breath. And then again, navel in, pubic bone into navel. Inhale, coming up. Now moving to the left, then a little bit more up, then to the right, a little bit down. Going to the left, a little bit up, going to the right, a little bit down. And squeeze your shoulder blades. Bring them to the mid-spine. Bring the navel in, supporting the lower spine. Up to the right and down to the left. Up to the right, down to the left. Up to the right, down to the left. Up and then to the right, down to the left. Relax one more time. Up to the right, back and into the center and relax. So the head can be rest down, and then let's do a little bit more on the buttock muscle. So you lift up and then you make a little circle with your right. So The right leg is up and then make a little circle. And then also make sure that the center is fixed. So the navel is in, you're working from a fixed point. And then when the fixed point is good, then your upper body can rest. If you feel that you have to work there, then the middle is not fixed. Making the circle the other way around. And put it down. Then the other side, left leg. Make circles. Stay supporting the lower spine with your abdominal. Stay breathing through. Relaxing the upper body while the lower body have to work. Make the circle the other way around. And then just relax. And bring your hands under your shoulders, legs together. Push yourself all the way up and over. Knees a little bit in so you can bring your weight backwards and then just rest your head down or your hands again supporting the head. And then place your hands forwards and come to all fours. And now put your toes under and then stretch your knees and come to a downward facing dog. And then just coming forwards to a plank. So maybe you have to move your toes a little bit more backwards. And then maybe this is way too much, but then bending your left knee, place your left knee down, then turn the right heel in, and then bringing your right arm all the way up. So it's a side plank now. And then bringing your arm overhead so you make a beautiful stretch here on the side body. Looking to the palm of your hand. And then exhale, looking down. Bring your right hand down. And come back to the plank. Shoulders to the mid-spine, navel in again, compact center. And now bending your right knee, turning the left heel into the mat. Bring the left arm all the way up and over. So you have this beautiful side stretch looking into the palm of your hand. Still balancing and making sure you are working from the center here. Navel in. And then exhale, looking down. Bring your hand back and step back again to plank. And then push yourself back to downward facing dog. And then walk the feet forwards. Feet on hip distance. And then like yourself hanging down. And then looking forwards and bend your knees and place your hands to the front and come in a squatting position, but then on your toes. And then just wibble a little bit to left and right or rock to the left and right. And then back in the middle and then leaning backwards so you can go sitting. So go sitting in a comfortable position that you're okay. And then start to roll your shoulders backwards and down. Then a little bit forwards up, but then backwards and down. A little bit forwards, up, backwards and down. Forwards, up, backwards and down. Forwards, up and backwards and down. One more time. And then ending with the shoulders backwards and down, so you have space by head, the long and hard area. And then looking over your left shoulder and looking over your right shoulder. Just do that a couple of times. And with this abdominal training, we use a lot of this neck muscle, so it's nice to do some relaxation there. Stay breathing. And then back in the center. And then moving your left ear to the left shoulder. And then all the way up. And then to the right shoulder. So it's side bending, and make sure you're sitting straight, shoulders backwards. It's nicer to sit on a cushion if you have a cushion around, or a folded blanket if you're sitting more comfortable. And also here you can move a little bit slowlier if you like. Inhale up, I like to go on the breath, and exhale. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then back in the center. Roll your shoulders again a couple of times. And bring the fingertips on the shoulders and moving your elbows forwards, up, and backwards and down. Forwards, up, backwards and down. And then one more. And then bring your hands back on the knees, then round your spine. And then inhale, hollowing your spine, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, hollowing. Exhale, round. Inhale, hollowing. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, come back in the center. Now inhale, circle your arms all the way up. And then exhale, bring your arms backwards, bringing the chin down, rounding the spine down. And when your hands are backwards, interlace your fingers and bring your arms all the way up. And then bring your arms back, sit on the sitting bones and rounding up and circle your arms all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine all the way backwards. Catch your hands on the back, bring your arms more up. Exhale. And then inhale, coming up, circle your arms up. Exhale, arms down, chin to chest. Bring your hands to the back, stretch your elbows. And again, inhale. And exhale. One last one. And this one, inhale, coming all the way up. Then exhale, bring your arms just normal by your side, shoulders down. Now this is really the last one. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Now stay here, breathing a little bit more in, a little bit more, holding your breath. I count to 10, and after that you breathe out through your mouth. You say hi, you let go of your arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you have a beautiful afternoon, day or evening. and hope to see you soon again. Maybe tomorrow by my Yin Yang class, 10 o'clock, Saturday, 10 o'clock, Amsterdam time, and then maybe another time. Bye.